Who's to know if your soul will fade at all? The one you sold to fool the world. You lost your self-esteem along the way. Yeah, good God, you're coming up with reasons. Good God, you're dragging it out. Good God, it's the changing of the seasons. I feel so red. Follow me down until fake out of direction. Fake don't belong here. Fake feel like infection. Oh, you're such a hypocrite. You should know that your lies don't hide your flaws. No sense in hiding all of yours. You gave up on your dreams along the way. Yeah, good God, you're coming up with reasons. Good God, you're dragging it out. Good God, it's the changing of the seasons. I feel so red. Follow me down into fake. You're out of direction. Fake. Don't belong here. Fake. Feel like infection. Oh, you're such a hypocrite. I can fake well the best of anyone. I can fake well the best of anyone. I can fake well the best of anyone. I can fake. Who's to know if your soul will fade at all? The one you sold to fool the world. You lost your self-esteem along the way. Yeah, good God, you're coming up with reasons. Good God, you're dragging it out. Good God, it's the changing of the seasons. I feel so red. Follow me down into the fake. Out of direction, fake. Don't belong here, fake. Feel like infection. Fake.
Hey, hey. Let me just check. All right, we're on the right microphone. What's up? What's up? What's up? Who knows? Sly Angel, Criminal Med, Struggle is Real. Hey, Sly. So it's funny though, when I play that song, I still remember the day it came out. Brad like loaded the kids. He's like, come on, we're going to buy the new Seether album. I can't believe it was 17 years ago. That's insane. It's like, where the hell is 17 years gone? Hey, Joy. It's crazy. Hey, Emily. Or Miley. Is it Miley? I think it's Miley. So my show this weekend was shit. It was a good cause though, so I guess it worked out. But I've been listening to various creators, and one of them really struck me yesterday. And I honestly could not believe what the fuck I was hearing. Stop. Wait for Psycho here to calm down. Would you stop? Stop. Oh my God. Come on, Colin. Out. He's psychotic. All right, Psycho. Little 4-pound Psycho. No, actually, you might be surprised, Millie, of who it was. And it was somebody that I didn't expect to ever do a reaction video to, but it was kind of the people in, and I just couldn't deal with the hypocrisy. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. But then today, while I was ready to go live, I decided to read the comments. Oh my God. The comments, half of them were so ridiculous. I'm like, what in the fuck is wrong with these people? Just because you don't like someone doesn't make it okay. Just because you don't like someone doesn't mean that you can look the other way about everything else. And burnt toast, you have got to be the biggest fucking hypocrite I have ever heard in my entire life. But I'm going to show you guys step by step. So first, let's go to the live. Hey, East Coast, let's go to the live. Where was it? Now, this person I know is against striking, so I assume that she won't strike me for playing her video, but I know she won't. Well, Burnt Toast is in this 29 months. Woohoo! Hey, Holly. What the fuck? Oh, hold on. I gotta. All right. This was TPE's live. And I just never thought that I would do a live on TPE.
We've got some strikes, y'all. We've got some inciting accusations out of revenge. We've got a few creators who are weighing in on this as well. Let's listen to a few clips and hear who said what, and let's find out what's true and what's not.
Now, let me start out by saying Jay, Queen Bee, Granny, and Clue have been going after Brittany for how long now? 6 months? A year? I don't know. I lose track of time. But they've been going after her for a long fucking time. I would say solidly for 6 months, every day. She has done nothing to them. Nothing. Is it a year? But she's done nothing back to them. She hasn't struck them. She's gone back and forth with them. I know, right, Joy? That's my point. Hey, Sweet Misery, it does seem like a million years.
This video is fair use. It is transformative and is protected under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, reporting, teaching, and more.
All right, first up, we've got Granny's Watching's panel, and her and Jay are having a quick conversation. It's not too long, this clip, so let's get right into this one. Link in the description.
How to do it, which, remember, they can all be struck too. I mean, I'm not one for striking other creators, and it seems like that's like an avenue they all want to open up. Well, it would suck for everybody.
Opened up the copyright strike in fair use when she struck me. And then she sat there going, oh, did you hear Jay telling other creators when I use their stuff to strike me? No, what I said is the other creators that she plays their hard work, right, their original work, and sleeps is definitely not fair use. But she's got the audacity.
Right. So her thing went out, but she has the audacity to sit there and, strike Jay for what would be considered fair use.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course that's not fair use, but that's not what Jay was saying. Jay wasn't saying, hey, everybody that she's ever used should strike her. No, what Jay was saying is, hey, this is fair use and this is what isn't fair use. She wasn't encouraging everybody to strike her.
What?
Last time I checked, Jay did not work for YouTube, so I don't think anybody should go on what Jay says, just saying.
Well, yes and no. We're going to find out. We're going to listen to it. But first, we've got Burnt Toast, and Burnt Toast is going to weigh in, and it's while she's reviewing BJ, so BJ is also going to weigh in, and we'll listen to both of them and what they have to say. And then we'll hear some of the things that Jay did say.
Oh boy. Well, we'll see. Oh, of course she's lying. Her mouth is moving. She's lying.
And I'm not going to be responding to trolls tonight or hate watchers that come in. I'm just not. That's it. Like I responded to that, and I'm not responding anymore. I gave y'all way more than enough this morning. Brittany, I think you need to talk to Johnson about the right way to strike Jay to make it stop. Just Jana. Yeah. Well, I did. Copyright was a right way to strike her.
Oh?
She's, you know what I mean? She's stealing my content. But
She isn't stealing her content. But here's my question for you, BJ, Griffney J. So are you going to hire a federal attorney to take her to copyright court?
Burnt Toast, she absolutely steals her fucking content. And Brittany makes an excellent point in this, and I have said this to her many times. Why should all these people make money off Brittany's back? Fuck you, Burnt Toast. I know what that's like. People making tons of money off my fucking content. No bullshit. You don't have a fucking right to make a living off of Brittany. Either does Jay, either does fucking Granny, either does anybody. Make your own fucking content. Period. End of story. You want to review someone once in a blue moon? That's fine. But for you to make a living because they are making a fucking fortune off Brittany's back, it's about fucking time Brittany does something.
That's a good question, and I tend to agree. I just kind of wonder about all the other people in this community that also strike people. We don't see it too often, but it does happen. And are they going to follow through? I doubt it.
Where's the docket for that? I would like to see the docket for that. Where's that at? Because if you have no intention or no ability or both of taking Jay to copyright court, then you shouldn't have struck her. That means it's a false strike. On top of the fact that somebody reviewing you with commentary and music and so many other things that she does in her streams that make it hella transformative on top of the commentary means that it's fair use. It's like way fair use.
Hey, BT, did you give this same speech to Queen Bee or Jonesin for that matter? Because they're both strikers, but I can't really use Jonesin because Jonesin is not on that side. But we'll use Queen Bee. Have you given Queen Bee the same speech? Because she not only struck Sinner, she struck me. She also said recently that she was going to strike me again for playing her audio. Well, isn't that a false strike, Skippy? Sly, I don't think that's in link form.
It's not stealing content. Because if that's stealing content, then you steal content every time that you have reviewed Queen or Jay or Clue or a news station or anything else that you review.
yes, there are other things. I've got a problem with Miss J too that I'm going to address. Jay is like trying to get people to strike me out of revenge. Like she's talking about naming people whose content that I've used and talking about, getting them to strike me.
Yeah, I haven't heard that. Do you have proof of that?
We're going to find out in just a few minutes here.
And here's the thing. Let's say, devil's advocate here, let's say that Jay went to, Law and Crime and said, hey, this BJ person is reviewing you. Guess what would happen, dummy? Nothing. Because Jay doesn't have control over Law and Crime's channels or accounts. If Law and Crime end up striking you, then it's because they decided that you had indeed not used fair use with their content. But Jay, I know you think she has some kind of magic Jedi mind trick power where she can just like
Jay was sued for 10 million fucking dollars, burnt toast, for copyright striking, and she lost. So I don't know why you think bullying Britney is a good idea with your hypocrisy and bullshit.
make other channels go at you. That's not happening. Okay. On top of the fact that Jay never said that.
Are you sure about that? Anyway, we're going to find out exactly what was said.
But I guess whatever you have to do to fill your coffers for this week, right? I mean, it's your birthday countdown after all, right?
Jay, that's against terms of service, boo-boo. You're not supposed to do that. Out of trying to get your friends to strike me out of revenge when I've used fair use, I'm not over here using all of your friends' content. I'm not over here sniping every single night, Jay, like you did me. I wouldn't. You seriously going to get somebody to try to strike me out of revenge? Just leave me alone, Jay.
BJ, again, I'm gonna still harp on this because, you know, I know your type. I've seen your type on this platform over and over again throughout my 5 years on here, almost 6 years. You're gonna need to show proof or I'm gonna call you a liar. Show me where Jay said those things.
So
I could show you where Queen Bee said those things. Just saying. Why does Britney need to show proof and you don't? Why does Queen Bee not need to show proof of anything, but Britney needs to show proof? Just because you don't like Britney doesn't mean that she needs to show proof, but your friends don't.
coming right up here in a few minutes with what Jay said, and you can decide for yourself if it violates terms of service or not.
It's really not that hard. It's quite simple. Stop breaking terms of service and sniping my content, stealing my content. It's a whole nother ballgame if you're using clips of fair use, Jay, but that's not what you were doing. You're using my whole damn stream.
That is a lie. She pauses for commentary just like all the rest of us do, just like you do, Beach, Griffney J, when you review other people's content.
So I do think Jay does a pretty good job of using fair use. She's got other things on her screen. She sometimes has music. She sometimes uses audio only without BJ's stuff on the screen. And she definitely does do commentary. So I do see that as fair use. Now, whether you can do that.
From what I remember, YouTube has a terms of service that you are not allowed to talk about the same person every day. Is that what it is? 3 days in a row? You're not allowed to talk about the same person every day because it's considered harassment. They have been talking about Britney every day, multiple streams a day on multiple platforms for at least 6 months. Sit the fuck down with this. Oh, it's fair use. Tell Queen Bee it's fair use when she strikes Sinner. Tell Jones and it's fair use with the people she struck. Stop the bullshit. Even Joneson was in this chat and said that she would have struck Jay too. Nobody said a word. And I agree with Joneson. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything bad against her. People fucking make all this money off you. I'd strike the bitch too. Exactly. It's fair use only for them.
On multiple streams in a row and it be allowed, whether you can call people names and that be allowed, that's a whole other story. I'm not an expert in this field, but I do think that Jay does use fair use. And I do know that, from what I'm told anyway, that BJ did give her a copyright strike. So I think that would be a false strike. But
And let me also point out, for people that may not know or may not realize it, when multiple people, not just one person, when multiple people are streaming you and talking shit about you and making fun of you and going on rants about you, it fucking hurts. I don't mean it hurts like emotionally. I mean, I guess it could for some, but it hurts your channel. It hurts your well-being. It hurts your fucking, because you want to snap back and you're only one person and you got 15 fucking people coming after you. And that doesn't include the chat. That's just creators. So it's very easy to judge someone if you've never been in that position. No TPE, it's not fair use. It is fucking blatant harassment. And how you don't see that, I don't know.
Again, I'm no expert, and I do also agree that BJ definitely uses other people's content as well. And she definitely falls asleep while it's playing sometimes, and therefore that could mean it's not fair use at that point. So there's that.
What about the other week when you were reviewing one of Jay's streams? You were reviewing Jay. Are you stealing Jay's content? You see how that works? See how dumb you sound?
No, Burnt Toast. Do you know how dumb you fucking sound?
Again, if somebody is pausing for commentary, it's fair use. End of story. There's nothing you can do about it.
Why don't you tell your queen that, Burnt Toast? Because with Sinner or myself, all we were doing was playing her live. And I'm looking for the clip. I know somebody has it from my live that her and Voices were saying how they were going to strike me, and she was going to give me a 7-day timeout just because I was playing her audio, and it's, even though it was total fair use, didn't matter. She's a fucking fraud. That Burnt Toast, I mean.
You're making it your nightly content. I'm paying your light bill right now, and I'm sorry, that's not going to work. That's not going to work for me, and it's certainly not going to work for you. I don't have to go through that. No, that's not okay on YouTube. That's not how things work. You're not allowed to just sit there and snipe all.
Now, let's also add all the clip channels, okay? All the clip channels, well, I shouldn't say all of them. The Krama Reels should just say, the channel name should be I Kiss Ass to Queen Bee, because anything Queen Bee and that whole crew does is who this person posts. So it's not only you have the creators, then you have these clip channels that can't get enough and post the same shit.
Freaking day, all night, multiple channels, every single day. You don't ever come up for air and take a break.
I'm pretty sure that Jay is reviewing you on one channel.
That is true. Jay is not responsible for other channels.
Paul's game on point. I would like, she's conflating. First of all, she is making assumptions that somehow Jay is in control of all of these other channels that also are now interested in reviewing her content.
No, Burnt Toast, she never actually said that. What she's saying is that Jay is a leader with over 100,000 subs, and other people follow because they want those subs or they like Jay, whatever the reason is. That's what she's trying to say. And that she's paying all your guys' light bills. And you know what? She is.
That's not the case. She can't copyright strike Jay because she's mad that all these other channels are doing whatever it is that they're doing.
Actually, she can copyright strike anyone she damn well pleases, as long as they're not breaking any terms of service. If they are, she can strike whoever the fuck she wants at any given time, just like everybody else has that right to do.
She's fully admitting here that her strike on Jay was false.
You are the main problem too.
It's all Jay.
Yeah, I was wondering where the hell all this hate's coming from. That's it right there. It's Jay. Every time it's Jay. Every time it's Jay. It's always Jay.
Okay, so now let's check out finally what Jay really did say. So you can check out her full stream. The link will be in the description, and all of the links for all the streams that I covered will be in the description.
Okay. She's claiming I sat down, I pressed play, and I just let her thing go. Right? And she's still going right now. She's still going. Listen to her. She loves herself this morning. Listen.
Can somebody show me where these I'm being serious. I'm not trying to be difficult.
Oh, I wonder if my friend JLR would assist me in this. She sure did play JLR, didn't she? Sat there and played it. Didn't you, Beach?
Shake.
She's been live all night. She's been on her channel for 5 hours. Yeah, if she strikes you nonsense, seriously, because we are more than fair use when we cover her videos. Send a counter strike.
because that puts the ball in her court that if it's truly copyright material, you got to take me to court to prove it. Because no, and I'm going to tell the whole thing far and wide on YouTube, as far and wide as I can. I'm going to tell everybody that this chick is frivolously striking.
And I'd be doing the exact same thing. If I felt like I was being frivolously struck and that other people were also at risk for that, I'd be telling everybody as well.
Really? Then how come you're not telling everybody about Queen Bee or Jonesin? I'm just curious because Jonesin openly admits I'll strike a bitch. Openly admits that. Queen Bee has done it multiple times. Where's the outrage? Where's anyone talking about it? Why isn't anyone addressing it? If it's so false, striking, and it's so false this and so false that, where's the outrage when Jonesin does it or Queen Bee does it? I'm just curious. I don't never hear anything about it. Burn Toast, TPE, do you know why people don't review Queen Bee on a daily? I'll tell you why. Because she fucking strikes. And she's going to strike you for the dumbest fucking shit. So you know what? People don't fuck with her. It's not that they're scared of her, but they see that she strikes. Same thing with Jonesin. She don't like you, she'll strike you. So that's why people aren't reviewing her. People are reviewing Brittany because she didn't strike. Well, now she is, and they don't like it. Oh, fucking well. Move on with your goddamn badass self.
There's nothing wrong with warning the community that we have a frivolous striker on the loose so that people can protect themselves in whichever way they feel comfortable.
Hello, Queen Bee's a striker. Hello. Are we forgetting this? Oh, East Coast, I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm saying the hypocrisy. Jonesin was in this chat and said, I would strike Jay too. So I am totally with Jonesin on that. I'm not saying anything against Jonesin. I'm saying, though, that where is this outrage for the false strikes? How come nobody ever talks about the false strikes?
Daisy Confused, thank you, to make up for some of the monetization loss. Thank you. It's okay. You guys don't have to do that. It's all right. Hopefully after 10 days, it'll get reinstated. Because if she doesn't take me to court, it gets reinstated. And I also have the clip that I'm going to send to YouTube of Sinner being in her chat, telling her that it's an automatic, what did he say? Sitting on the bench for 7 days? Is that what it was? Oh, she played Cinema Shogun. I bet Cinema would like to know that. He works hard on this. I implore you guys, I implore you to contact anyone's content that she has used, slept through, wheezed through, just played for 20 minutes. I implore you to contact that person and let them know that their content is being used without fair use and that this same YouTuber is striking others for fair use. That's all you got to do. Tell Cinema, look, this is just striking other creators.
Okay, Queen Bee does this often. So let's put a PBA out there. Queen Bee strikes a motherfucker for no reason. Okay? So we're going to put it out there. Let's put it all out there.
For fair use, but she's sitting here playing your and falling asleep. People don't appreciate that. I'm telling you. People work hard, especially the ones that are the non-news stations like Cinema.
Oh, and Brittany, if you really want to shut these motherfuckers up, it's $300 copyright court. You don't even have to go to court. Just hit them with the copyright, $300. Then you show YouTube that you have a court date and that video will never be seen again. Just so you know.
JLR, all these people work hard. Okay. So if she's not using fair use.
JLR works hard? What, at lying? Yeah, he works really hard at fucking lying. You're right, Jay. And that's why I'm not surprised you're besties with him and have been for years because you're both fucking liars.
But she thinks she's going to run around and strike people for using fair use. I think they should know.
So again, Queen Bee is going to strike people under false pretenses. Okay? Every single thing that they're saying about Brittany applies to Queen Bee.
And no one go to her chat. No one say anything in her chat. Her. Go to the people she's using their shit. Let them know. Get the URL. It doesn't matter. Get them the URL. Get them the timestamps so they don't have to fuck with it. Say, hey, Cinema, she played your from 11:24 to 42:18. Just so you know. Because creators don't like creators doing this kind of dirty shit.
Really? Because last I checked, you really like Queen Bee, don't you? I'm just curious. So if you really don't like this kind of shit, why you sit on a panel with someone who does it all the time?
And Jay's right about that. Creators do not like frivolous strikes.
Again, I see all you guys kissing Queen Bee's ass. I see Queen Bee making a fucking hand over fist fortune all the time. So obviously they do like it because Jay sits on her panel, Clue's on her panel all the time. You just don't like it when it's done to you or your friends. Then you don't like it. But you have no problem when it's one of your friends that are doing the striking.
It's a crappy thing to do, and it's not something you want to be known for around here. That's for sure.
Again, doesn't stop Queen Bee, doesn't stop Jonesing.
But do you guys think this is incitement? Like inciting people to go ask other creators to strike her? Those whose content she's used.
The constant streaming of one person, the constant negativity of one person, the constant bullying of one person, absolutely fucking incites. And if you can't see that TPE, I don't know how to get it through your head. When multiple creators who are getting over 1,000 people in their lives are talking consistently about the same person, hate breeds hate. So you're going to get hateful people talking about them. And, a lot of people, I know Sinner puts it in a different way, but a lot of these subs, not all, but a lot of these subs are not all mentally there. They have serious issues. And they go to someone like Jay or Queen Bee, you hear it in the way they talk. They protect these creators like they know them personally. They're being lied to by these creators. They're being snowballed by these creators. Some of these creators have never even shown their face. And yet here they are giving all their money, giving their retirement funds, giving thousands of dollars while they're being lied to by a fucking ex-felon. Make it make sense.
Even though she seems to be specifically requesting people to speak to creators whose content BJ has used not with fair use, because she may have fallen asleep or whatever she does. Do you guys think that's incitement? I'm curious. I would love your opinions. Let me know.
It's man. Because for real.
Just having a hashtag that says FUBJ, you are disgusting. You are fucking childish. You are like a 2-year-old. And to see so many people that I used to like, subwise, and respect running around with this FUBJ, what are you guys, fucking 12? Because that's what it seems like, that you're all a bunch of fucking 12-year-olds. Fuck you, BJ. Does this give you purpose in life? That's what I want to know. Does it truly give you purpose? And let me also state, I don't watch BJ. I can't stand the constant hang on. It drives me insane. If you're going to do a live, pay attention. That's how I feel. So I'm not coming here white knighting for Brittany. As you can see, I don't even think any of her subs are in here anymore. Like, I'm not a white knighter for Brittany. but there's right and there's wrong, period. And the hypocrisy around here that all these people can't fucking see is crazy to me.
Is the audacity. Right? Hey Giselle, she never pins their link. She never gives them proper credit. She never pauses and gives her
Who cares? It's not your fucking live, Jay. It's hers.
commentary or her opinion. She pauses and goes, wow, oh my God, you guys. And then continues to play.
Jay, at least she's sitting in front of her screen, unlike you, who got sued for $10 million for walking away and just let your screen run. So I don't think you have a right to really say anything about anybody. Just saying.
But she's going to strike me. So the audacity is there, right?
Welcome to another segment of
The audacity.
She could do this to anybody. If she could do it to me and Trisha, she could do it to anybody. Fat and opinionated. I don't know who that is, but if you know these creators.
Just Irish, I have discussed this before, but I'm going to discuss it again real quick. I hate, and I mean I fucking hate, when people say, and I'm not saying this at you, but hear me out. When people say Britney can make the changes, Britney was just fine before all of this hate started. She was doing just fine. Did I agree with the way she covered true crime? No, but you know what? That's why you unsub. You know what I mean? So it wasn't my style and it wasn't my audience, because obviously I'm, agnostic, but it wasn't my audience. So I just chose not to watch her anymore, but I hear a lot of people say, especially Nunya and Jonesin. I don't know about Jonesin. I keep picking on Jonesin, but Nunya, with oh, well, you should do this, this, and this. Okay, none of them have as many subs as Britney. None of them draw a crowd like Britney. Britney doesn't need to change anything other than do what she's doing. Get these fucking assholes to get off her ass, whether it be striking or however mean she sees possible, and go back to doing whatever the fuck you were doing that had you 1,000 people in your life. Period. End of story. And if it's wrong for someone, then don't watch. And I go back to the example I always give, Joseph Morris. He's like another JLR, but he's got almost 1 million subs. He lies, he's a fraud, he's a phony, he's an asshole, but people enjoy him, obviously. He's got 600,000 subs. The reason why I never review him, who the fuck am I with my 21,000 subs against his 600,000? What the fuck would I say that would make him be like, oh yeah, maybe I'll listen to her? No. Whatever he's doing is working. Same thing with JLR. Whatever JLR is doing, it's working. Do I agree with it? No. That's why I don't watch it. But same thing with Dolly. Who the fuck is anybody saying anything about Dolly? He gets 3,000-4,000 people in a live doing absolutely nothing but going to California and getting no information. He made a ton of money so he can end up in Vegas. Scammers. Total fucking scammers. And yet they're making a fortune. So who the fuck am I to say anything about what they're doing? That's how I feel in this situation. Like with Nunya and Jones and everybody telling Britney how she should strike. I'm sorry, not strike. I apologize. How she should be, what she should change, how she could help this situation. No, fuck that. They're the ones that need to stop, not Britney. Let Britney do whatever Britney wants to do. If she wants to preach the Lord, she wants to give false facts. Fuck, it works for JLR and others. So why shouldn't it work for her? Do I agree with it? Fuck no. Why don't you tell JLR? Why doesn't Nunya preach to JLR about all the facts he gets wrong? Or Dolly? No, but they're picking on Britney because they think they can, and it's fucking gross.
creators, let them know. You know, I mean, she's setting a precedence, right? By striking me, she's setting a precedent saying, I only do fair use and I don't settle for copyright infringement. That's her message.
No, Jay, she's telling you she's had a fuck enough and move the fuck on. That's what she's telling you. And you can't make it any fucking louder than a strike.
By striking Trisha and by striking me. She's setting a precedent that this is how I view things. You know what I mean? But then she goes on to play other people.
Headstones and headlines. I just said this to Patreons. They were talking about, they think the body was found. This was a few hours ago. They think a body was found. I said, why are you guys listening to JLR? That's what I want to know. Why are you listening? Stop listening to JLR. All the man does is fucking lie. Now, then I saw Vinnie Politan. Then I saw everyone was reporting it. Now, I don't know if he was found yet, but I did look it up and I found in the news that he, I guess, told the police where the body is or something. But I don't know if it was been found. I haven't looked in a few hours. Yeah, everybody copies JLR. I have no fucking idea why. Oh, you think SF started that rumor? Yeah, he's not found. And no one in authority said he confessed. No, what I read on mainstream news was that he was with the police or something in some remote area. And everybody, including Vinnie Politan, jumped on it. Like, really, dude? Are you following fucking JLR too? Because it literally took a 3-second investigation on my end to know that no, he hasn't been found yet. Now, what he told the police, I have no idea. But yeah, JLR runs with it, and every fucking tragedy pimp around goes with it too, including Vinnie Politan, who I lost all respect for as of today. Again, stop following fucking JLR news. JLR is a liar. SF is a liar. They're all fucking liars. And the people they hang out with are fucking liars. It is ridiculous.
People. Is she arguing with me? Hold on.
As her own. She's also using it for the purposes of humiliation, bullying, slander.
That's not part of copyright, idiot. That would be a defamation, which would be taken offline into court.
Well, I don't know. To me, it sounds a bit more like it would be placed with YouTube's harassment and bullying policy. At least the part where she says humiliation, bullying, maybe not the part where she says slander. I'm going to assume, Beej, that you've already tried to go the harassment and bullying route, and usually it doesn't work too well here on YouTube. I mean, I guess it does every once in a while, because I do see streams go down, but yeah, it's probably not working out too well for you. And I'm only saying that because, like I said, it often doesn't work out too well. YouTube does rely on its people to police the streets and help them out, but yeah, again, it doesn't always work. And I know it doesn't work because I have reported multiple of your true crime streams for misinformation.
Okay, TPE. I heard you say this last night and I cringed. YouTube doesn't give a fuck if a creator lies, but I'm just curious if you've also reported JLR, who lies every single case. If you've reported Joseph Morris, who lies every single case. If you've reported, I mean, really, Brittany is a follower. Brittany follows everybody. If she listened, like, shit, I even remember Granny saying, well, I listen to JLR because he gives factual information. I was like, okay, she's dumber than I ever thought. So I'm just curious if you are reporting everybody or just Brittany, because every single one of them gives false information. Granny gives false information. Clutch and Pearls gives false information. Brittany gives false information. Queen Bee gives false information. Clue, I don't know.
Because you spread a lot of misinformation, and clearly that hasn't worked, at least that I know of. And I have no doubt that you and your buddies have probably reported a lot of those live streams for bullying and harassment or any of the things you could think of. And that clearly hasn't worked. YouTube does have a few things that they could work on. And BJ, let's be honest. You've done a little bit of bullying yourself, and it's kind of hard to report other people for bullying when you sit up.
Please understand the difference between bullying and responding. There really is a difference of bullying and responding. Brittany responds. Brittany is not, at least from what I've seen, she's not creating content without responding. But I could be wrong. I don't know for sure.
There and call people all kinds of names. And we won't get into all the things, but let's just assume that you know, I know, this audience knows that you're not a perfect princess. So it's definitely difficult to strike people and report people when you're sitting up there doing some of those very same things. Not all of them, I'm just saying some of them. And that includes plenty of misinformation with regards to your true crime, in air quotes, of course. Not only misinformation, but victim blaming and all kinds of things like that. So again, not a perfect princess, and so this seems a little bit difficult to swallow. And that's aside from whether this is incitement or not incitement. Whole different issue. But yeah, regarding the strikes, some of it I'm just not really understanding, because I won't name them, but there are a couple of channels that I've seen who just rip you off completely from your content. Like, they will play a stream front to back with no commentary whatsoever. I've seen that a few times. So why you're striking channels who do use fair use, that part I'm not understanding.
Let me explain it to you. It's called cutting the snake off at the head. If you go for the big creators that are streaming you, all the little ones will fall off. That's why. It's a smart move by her. I hope she's not paying $4,000 to a lawyer to do this. And I hope she's doing it herself. But hey, if you got to get a lawyer to do it, then so be it. But again, you cut the snake off at the head, and others will follow. Because if Jay, this is how sad so many people are, okay? If Jay turned around, if Jay, Queen Bee, and Clue became friends with Brittany, every single sub that talks shit about Brittany will now be Brittany's friend. They'll all be like, oh, we love Brittany. That is how fucking, what big of followers half of their crew is. Not everybody, but a good half of them. Like Rowena over there, I would be like, oh, Brittany's so wonderful if Queen Bee said, oh, we like Brittany now. Followers like that.
Unless, of course, your pay piggies, the people who still, for some reason, give you money, are just that fed up that you haven't done anything. So it may be to appease them. But speaking about the strikes, I'm not really understanding the privacy strike thing that you've been doing lately to a couple of other creators.
Okay, let me explain something about privacy strikes. And I've had this issue before. Anybody, Joy Carter, could place a privacy strike and make it look like it's me. When you get a privacy strike, they don't say who it's from. The only thing you get is you get the timestamp of where that happens, where the privacy strike is. And then you have a choice. YouTube will tell you, you can either delete it or you can keep it, but they might take it down if you don't delete it, whatever. But anybody can place a privacy strike for anybody. Brittany's people could place a privacy strike during Brittany, or she could be set up, Granny could be placing privacy strikes for against Jay and make it look like Brittany. And don't think for 1 second that they're not fucking shady enough to do it. Someone that fakes cancer is shady enough to fucking do a false strike against her own friend and make it look like it's Brittany. That's how these people roll.
And then privacy striking or copywriting the entire stream without adding any timestamps. Yeah, you can't really do that. That's kind of not how it works. Well, at the very least, it won't end well for you. I don't really get it. Make it make sense. It sounds a little frivolous to me, and that's just my opinion. But I guess you and your attorney could be working on some things in the background. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Wait and see if...
I don't understand why everybody's so against Brittany having an attorney. It's so big deal. You're not paying for it. And if her people want to get her money for an attorney, then so be it. She has every right to have one. She's a YouTuber. She's got 20,000 subs. She has every right to have an attorney. Believe me, I wish I could afford a fucking attorney.
ever there will be any receipts or proof of this attorney, whether it be in the form of paperwork sent to some people or something on a docket somewhere. Who knows? But we'll just be waiting to see if you're a scammer or not. All right, I'm going to step off my soapbox for a few more minutes here. We've got about 5 minutes of clips left to play and a little bit of commentary here and there. So let's get going.
It's all Jay.
Yeah, I was wondering where the hell all this hate's coming from. That's it right there. It's Jay. Every time it's Jay. Every time it's Jay. It's always Jay.
Reporter out there.
Say what?
There was a reporter out there covering it. JLR had really good coverage on it. I mean, he had from the early. I know.
As much as I love to, Jay is inciting JLR to strike me. So I
know. And you know, where's the proof of that? See, I don't go by wigs and wishes. I want to hear, like, where's the clip of Jay saying that? Because I haven't seen that.
Let's just run that part back.
Oh, I wonder if my friend JLR would assist me in this. She sure did play JLR, didn't she? Sat there and played it. Didn't you, Beach?
shake, shake, shake.
And as far as I know, as much as I don't with JLR, he certainly don't with me. He's doing his own thing. He's not even in any of this and hasn't been for a long time.
So that makes it okay, Burnt Toast, right? Just because JLR stepped away, JLR hasn't changed his ways. JLR just found a better way to fucking bullshit. And you're perfectly okay with it. Oh, he's not involved anymore. He hasn't been involved. Why? Because nobody talks about him because you're all fucking fooled by his bullshit.
So I highly doubt he gives a fuck about you, BJ. I honestly don't. Because if he did, you wouldn't have channel anymore.
Sounds about right. Or possibly.
So he's doing his own thing. I highly doubt that he even cares about any of this. And that, again, another thing that she's lying about that Jay never said.
Well,
Jay did say it. We just heard it.
Well, I guess that's a matter of opinion. Well, his name was brought up, and it was kind of suggested in a way. Perhaps we'll look up the definition of incitement a little later once we're done this. All right, back to Jay for a minute. We're getting there.
She struck me and claimed her whole video. She claimed her whole video was stolen. She is such a jerk. No, I never played her video without stopping. However, she does that, doesn't she? So I wonder what would happen if all the entities that she sits there and plays were contacted. I mean, I'm just saying.
So, what do you guys think? Incitement or not incitement? We definitely had a few examples in there that could have been, but let me know.
150% incitement.
what you think. But let's take a look at the definition just briefly. And then, of course, I'll have a few closing thoughts. Okay, so we have the definition of incitement from the Oxford Language Dictionary. Definition: the action of provoking unlawful behavior or urging someone to behave unlawfully. And now we've got our similar words, which we'll take a look at. Urging, goading, spurring on, motivation, persuasion, inducement, instigation, and encouragement. Then we've got stirring up, whipping up, stalking up, kindling, fueling, stimulation, provocation, arousing, rousing, fomentation, and enkindling. And then we've got two opposite words, and those are suppression and discouragement. And then I thought we could just look at a quick example. What does it mean to incite someone? To stir, encourage, or urge on, stimulate, or prompt action to incite a crowd to riot. And that would be an example. Okay.
And that is what these creators do every single day. Hey, Amy, every time that they play are live. So yes, it is incitement.
Final thoughts with TPE. I must be very clear that I don't agree with false striking. And BJ, a lot of your striking is false, if not all of it. Probably all.
Why do you think Dark Knight called CPS or called the police? Do you think she did that on her own? No, she did that incitement. Because all these people, that's all they talked about was Brittany, 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 Brittany. Eventually, something's going to happen. You're dealing with thousands of people every single fucking day. Every day.
Of it. Now, I think it's a PAM. PAM stands for ass move. PJ. I also understand that it's frustrating being reviewed every single night by, a couple.
Criminal Med, let me ask you a question. And I've used this own example in my own life and my own bullying. But let me ask you a serious question. It's a pretty harsh example I'm going to give, but I'm going to give it anyway. If a girl is walking down the street and she gets jumped, all right? I won't use the R word. She gets jumped. And then she gets R'd. And then she kills the guy. Is she wrong? Honestly, would she be wrong for killing the guy? The guy attacked her. Should she not fight back? Why is online any different? She has every right to defend herself. She has every right to clap back. Now, does she go over the top with the trolls? Absolutely. Ignore the fucking trolls. But she has every right to stick up for herself.
People at a time, maybe a few throughout the day, but I'd be more upset at the channels who just clip your entire stream and put it up there. Those are the people that I'd consider striking, although I probably wouldn't. I've never struck a single person on this app. I've been struck one time, well, I should say they attempted to strike me, and YouTube said, that is looking like fair use to us, and that's a big no for you. So that person loses. And that's been a while. It's probably been over a year since that person attempted. But again, yeah, I've never struck a single person. It's just not my thing. I just think it's a Pam, and just stop it. Just stop it. Again, I get the frustration of being reviewed. But sometimes when you are the clown, you are the circus, people are going to review you because it's like drama, and it's like a circus attraction. People want to see the drama and the crazy and the clown show.
Yes, but they're creating crazy. I agree with you that a lot of people like the drama, but they're creating the drama. Brittany's not doing anything. Thank you. I was just going to say that, Headstones. Brittany is not doing anything for drama. Brittany is boring, honestly. Like, and are constant, hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh my God, I can't. You know, even her falling asleep, I've seen, and I roll my eyes, but that's why I don't watch her. But that doesn't mean that, oh, she's a circus clown show. No, she's not. They made her into one.
So how can you blame them sometimes? For myself personally, I am a little beaged out. Although I don't mind listening to Jay's stream sometimes. At least I find her entertaining, and she does do fair use. Can she take it a little too far sometimes? Yes, I think she can. And it could come across as name calling and, fit into other categories, but not the copyright category, in my opinion. Again, I'm not an expert though. One thing that surprised me a little though is 1, 2, 3 creators got it wrong, or at least believed their friend when they said they weren't enticing people to strike. To me, it seemed like enticement, and that's just my opinion. Feel free to leave your opinion in the comments. We don't delete comments that are disagreeing in this channel. So please do feel free to share your thoughts. Now, we all know that BJ lies, but I was very surprised to have seen Burnt Toast call BJ a flat-out liar.
Okay, so Brittany might lie, but guess what? Burnt Toast lies. Where's the receipts, Burnt Toast? You promised the receipts. Queen Bee lies. We know that. Jay lies. We know that. Granny, fucking top of the notch liar. They all fucking lie. They all play their subs. They're all fucking losers. And yet nobody says a word. Why?
When she mentioned JLR, and we heard it with our own ears, it happened. So there's that. I also get Jay's frustration.
But you know what Brittany never did? Brittany never told her subs that she had cancer and fucking lied about it. That she didn't do. But I don't hear anyone talking about that, TPE. Why not? How come nobody's referring? How come Burnt Toast isn't talking about that? The girl fucking scammed cancer. You don't get any fucking lower than that. And Brittany never did that.
Because being falsely struck is a crappy feeling, and it's a PAM. So, Beej, stop it. I think you should stop it. And I do
Can we please stop calling her Beej? That is so fucking annoying. Her name is Brittany, period.
think you already know all the things that will help you to not get reviewed. You've been told even by your own people what to do. But that's why people make comments. They say
Not only did she get a copyright strike, she got fucking sued big time. Like millions. And let's not also forget what Jay did during the Chris Watts thing. I call it a thing because it was after everything. Jay sat with somebody who just sat there and made fun of a victim. Jay had no problem with that as long as it got her views, as long as it got her money.
things like BJ likes this because BJ, you participate in it. You continue with the back and forth. You continue with the insults.
I am so sick and fucking tired of hearing BJ asks for this. BJ likes this. No, she does not. Nobody would fucking like it. But again, she has every right to stick up for herself. Period. End of story.
You continue with the low, low blows. And sure, you're getting them back, girl. They are coming back. It's
No, actually, they do it to Brittany, and then Brittany gives it back. Exactly. The begging for hurricane evacuation money twice that she never had to evacuate. But that's okay. That's totally okay.
going back and forth. You guys are all playing the game. It's not just them, BJ. So there happens to be more of them. But for some reason, BJ, you're choosing to take them all on and continue to insult them. You
Who the fuck are they? Are they so entitled that they can't be insulted? Like, I seriously, uh, is this like, are they so much better? They're a bunch of fucking ex-felons and lowlifes. They're 55-year-old women with dreadlocks, grandmas with dreadlocks, picking on somebody, all for the love of money. It is fucking gross.
Tried to ignore them for what, a day and a half? And I'm pretty sure there was still comments thrown in there. Oh, BJ. And I think they might have made it like 12 hours without bringing you up. Something like that. Playing the victim constantly, well, it's not a good look. It's the circus. And it's going to continue if you don't change something. You've got to change if you want it to stop. These people clearly don't want it to stop. But if you do, then do something. Nothing changes if nothing changes, and you know this, and that's why people continue to say that you enjoy this and that you need it for your bills, basically. You need this drama to pay your bills.
No, TPE. They need the drama to pay their bills. They need Britney more than Britney needs them. And let me also say this. Let's go one by one. All right. Actually, let me finish the video first. It's only got like 2 minutes left.
Just like you need to read out those horrible troll comments out loud and pin them on your screen so that you can play victim. And that also helps pay your bills. So you can cry and people feel sorry for you and send you more money. It's the cycle. But yeah, this time.
TPE, that's what they do. Don't you get it? That is what they do, not Britney.
We had Granny, Burnt Toast, and was that it? Anyway, we had a couple creators there who just assumed that Jay didn't do any enticing, and they didn't go look for themselves. Granny explained it a little bit better, but in my opinion, it was full-on enticing, and Brittany was right with what she was saying. Of course, she was being a victim about it, but she was right. All right, that's it for me. Have a good day. Toodles.
Okay. Before I go to the comments on this video, let me just address the people that are going after Britney, that she thinks that she shouldn't, talk about or whatever, respond to. Let's go one by one. You have a cancer scammer who lives with her parents in her 30s. Okay. Granny is late 30s with 2 kids and has never lived outside of mommy and daddy. So that's 1. 2, Jay. I don't know Jay's history life, but I know she's a fucking asshole and she's a scammer. She's a piece of shit. She's a liar. All right. That's pretty much what I know about Jay. And she's a grandmother with dreadlocks. Okay. Clue is a total lowlife. If you look at Clue's TikToks, she was looking for anything to become famous. She thinks she's all that. She's the most insecure bitch I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. She's just a lowlife. And when you look at her on screen, on her TikToks, you can see what a lowlife she is. She claims that she put her ex in jail. Okay, I'm sorry, but you kind of, to me, you should have known someone was a fucking pedo. Just my opinion. And if you don't, well, maybe you should have checked it out more. You don't ever look at your ex's phone? Like, I'm not blaming her, but give me a fucking break. She didn't know until her daughter told her. Well, you didn't have your fucking eyes open then. Or you were so desperate that you're so nasty and ugly that you just wanted someone to love you. That's the only thing I could think of. So, but really, she's just a lowlife. She's a fat, ugly lowlife. You have Queen Bee, who's a felon, who sold crack to kids. No, I don't know. But she was raided by the FBI. She's been arrested multiple times. She lives in total trash. And who else? Who else goes after Brittany Daly? Jay, Granny, Clue, Queen Bee, Voices. Come on now. I don't even have to say anything about Voices. Trying to think. Oh, Nonsense. Okay, I don't know anything about Nonsense. I really don't. I just know that Nonsense is an asshole, and I know that Nonsense. I don't know. I can't really say anything about Nonsense because I don't know her. I just know she's an asshole, and she's another one who thinks she's all that. But from what I understand, she's definitely not. But again, I don't know much about her. I don't know anything about Hillbilly other than she hangs out with Negs, who's a piece of shit. So I assume she's a piece of shit too. I don't know anything about Trisha. But you're right. Trisha does go after her daily, but I don't know anything about her. Other than she's probably a follower. But that's the thing. See, a lot of people think they're the mean girls. No, they're not the mean girls. Mean girls were thin and pretty. These people were the ones that were being bullied because they're so fat and ugly. That's the difference. Definitely not mean girls. She is from the Foodie Beauty. Like, yeah, when people say they're mean girls, no, they were the ones that were picked on. They were the ones that they went after. The mean girls went after. Because they were Clue looks like she smells. Honestly, she does. Nonsense looks like fucking Gonzo. Just none of them are good looking. None of them are pretty. None of them are thin. None of them have anything to. I mean, Granny's thin, but they have made so much money off Britney. I agree. No, they're not. They were the opposite of Mean Girls. Exactly. Clue has never felt so important in her life. End of. 100%. And her TikToks, you can tell that's what she wanted. She wanted to feel important. She wanted to feel wonderful. She wanted to be somebody in this world. And she's just a nasty ass lowlife. These others seen all the money they're throwing at Clue and QB, so they had to hop on the Bash Britney train. Yep, 100%. And they're getting it. They're getting the money. That's the sad part. But what's really sad, and I mean this, and I'm not saying this as like a dig anywhere, Jonesin, myself, Sinner, no, we're not making money sticking up for Britney. But all the people bashing Britney are fucking making a fortune. I've seen Jonesin have hundreds of people in a live and not make one single super chat. And it's like, whoa, she's not even making super chats with 500 people in there. Anyone sticking up for Britney, nobody tips. But bash Britney and you'll get tons. Tons. Right? It is wild. OG drama community was way better. Way better. But in order to do anything, you gotta bash Britney. It's crazy. So now let's look at the comments from this video. And by the way, that was a low-key hint if anybody wants Super Chat or Cash App. Hint, hint. No, seriously, though. Let's look at these comments. This crispy treat person. There's 1 million ways for Britney to handle what's happening, and she has not tried even one of them. She looks to be a victim because being a victim results in sympathy, which equals money. Really? What ways would you like? I know, I saw you, Amy. What ways would you like Britney to handle this? because you guys all told her get a lawyer, then you all told her she should strike. Well, now she struck and you're all crying like a little fucking bitch. Every time I feel sorry for Brittany, she makes it impossible for me to actually do so. Really? Why is that, Crispy? Brittany has never read terms of service. Oh, actually, she has, though. And she's doing what YouTube wants her to do. If Jay had incited people to strike BJ, why was BJ not struck? Well, she got worse than struck, actually, because they called CPS on her. They called the cops on her. So it was actually kind of worse, really. Crispy Tree was a mod from Mel Pandora. She scammed lots of money. There you go. TPE says, well, it just happened, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to do it. It just means that if you are someone who believes she incited, encouraged people, that people could do it or they don't, it doesn't mean they took the time to actually do it. I look at it like similar to, let's say, just as an example, a creator inciting their chat to call CPS on another creator. They mention it, they suggest it, they encourage it, but it doesn't mean someone is actually going to follow through and do it. Hope that makes sense. That's just how I see it. Thanks for commenting. I don't have a goal. Why should I set a goal? All right, I'm going to set a goal. I don't need a goal, but we'll do one for argument's sake. I can't even do it. Oh, you know what I have to do, though? Hold on. It's almost the end of the month. Hang on. Welcome, Sally. I forgot I had 5 left. Maritza, Angel Rose, Leon, Dog Mom, and Jamie. And I don't know any of them. So welcome. Hit that thumbs up. We only have 59 thumbs up. Where's Bad Wolf? He went to bed early. All right. Back to the comments. Someone said ethics is something that would be appreciated everywhere. I don't think that's incitement from what I heard. She's saying inform the creator. She's not saying go strike her. Her only apparent talent is playing the victim card. Really? Really? Hey, Tams. Okay, let's listen. Amber, did we get that clip? Let's listen to what Queen Bee has to say. Since we're warning everybody, well, let's warn people. Okay, this is what they want. They want people to warn people. Let's go ahead and warn everyone. Hang on. Whoop. All right, it's only a 4-minute video. Thank you, Headstones and Headlines. We'll get right back to the comments after. Hold on. So they want, TPE wants everyone to warn everybody. Okay? So let's warn.
She is not educated on, not privy to details on who put what money where. These are all points that it's not your fucking business.
Right.
And because you're not educated on it, you're out here putting mis and disinformation out here. Why? You want to stop the flow of income to these people that are fighting lawsuits? Why?
Makes no sense. And
Minute, The minute that we get it, like, now listen, the minute that we get one of these little tips where, oh, hey, I hear they're coming after voices next. So then we stop and think about it. So you see the little network. Do you see the way the network is flowing?
Mm-hmm.
You got Joneson and Nunya putting out videos. You got Laura pushing their content out. Laura's Perplexed is friendly with Diaper Rash Dave, Diaper Rash Dino, Diaper Rash Dave, and Diaper Dino, the incontinence twins, dynamic duo. You know, make sure that if you invite them over, I mean, like, they're great friends, but you just have to understand that they come with a piss and shit odor. And, you know, don't worry if you have kids. Diaper Rash Dino will bribe your kids to get them to do whatever she wants them to do. So, you know, there's all of that. But you see this little network.
Oh, I was wondering who that was. I was like, great friends? I've never even spoken to either one of them. What the fuck are you talking about?
They're laying out.
Mm-hmm. Very
Yeah.
much so. But you know, one thing they're forgetting
Which
is
one?
Voices has support. Voices has support out here. We're not going to just sit by and nope.
But you subscribers see this too now that it's been laid out.
Right.
And I would love to be wrong on this. I would really love to be wrong on this. But how many times lately have I been wrong?
No, I've been feeling this way for a little bit. Outspoken anxiety, anxious. No, you and Kathy. What are you? I have a support team. I'm sorry, we got you, Voices. No, that shit.
So many things I want to say right now, but I won't. Out of respect for Kathy P, I will keep my mouth shut.
Mm-mm.
And just an FYI, in case anybody was wondering, I'm not manic. I haven't been manic.
Manic?
Really, really long time. As a matter of fact, my doctors are a little bit worried that I'm not pulling myself and I'm not coming up out of the depths of the depression. So those that are thinking that I'm out here being manic, maybe you need to not worry about my mental health and worry about your own. Because
right. Here.
I don't think this was the clip because this isn't Queen Bee. I don't have any mental health issues, just so you guys know.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand the talking, the stuff they're saying.
Oh, I'm holding back a whole lot, Marie. But out of respect for her, she just lost her husband. I completely respect that. I'm not going to say a word. But this isn't a clip. This doesn't even have Queen Bee in it. This was Voices on Queen Bee's panel. I'm sorry, Voices on what's her name's panel? On Kathy P's panel. This isn't it though. It's the only video you have of me in it. It might be on my own video. I may have played it on my own video. I don't know. I have to look. But Queen Bee stated very clearly that she was going to strike me. Clearly. That I was swiping her. Voices had to be a little rat and was like, ow, she's swiping you. Laura's playing you. Oh, does that bitch want a 7-day timeout? Blah, 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 blah. Well, maybe she does. I guess so, because she's stream sniping you. Marie, I don't forget. I'm a New Yorker. We believe in loyalty and honesty. And when I had cancer, Kathy P went against the grain and supported me. So I extend that exact same courtesy. And I'll never forget that. She could talk all her shit she wants about me. But when push came to shove, she 100% supported. She never ran with the assholes. She never ran with, oh, she's lying about it. No, she was in my chat 100% supported me. I don't forget things like that. No matter how much shit she talked after, when a situation comes up like that, that's old school DC. But when I found out her husband died, I will never forgive her. I mean, I will never forget that. No, Granny never called me back. But I found out that Granny didn't even say anything on her own live. She just went over to Queen Bee's and lied. She used everything this fucking troll said and ran with it on QB's channel. Not on her own channel, but on QB's channel. Amber, it might even be on my own live. I may have played it on my own live. Not 100% sure. Hey, Rock. All right. Let's go back to the other one. Thank you for trying, Headstones. All right. I hope, here we go from Lisa. I hope everyone reports her, BJ. She's gone too far and deserves to be taken down for a while. Really? How has BJ gone too far? Just curious. What has BJ done that went too far? Shauna says, no, I don't feel what Jay said was incitement, only awareness. If other creators do what BJ is doing with these frivolous strikes, it's going to cause mass chaos and confusion. And therefore, slowly tear away what YouTube really was intended to be. So I say everyone that can and has a reason to stop her in her tracks and let her know this community as a whole will not tolerate her bullshit. Really? Can you tell the same thing to Queen Bee? Because Queen Bee not only threatened to strike me, but Queen Bee has struck me, has struck Sinner twice, has struck other people. But it's okay for Queen Bee to do it, right, guys? It's only not okay when it's someone you don't like. So Brittany does it, and all of a sudden, striking is so wrong. But when Queen Bee does it, it's perfectly fine. Is that what I'm understanding, Shauna? Oh, my Lanta says, as far as what you played, I heard no incitement. They told them to contact the creator, but never mention reporting or anything else. These people are dumb as a box of rocks. Miss J. Wolfie, I watch Jay. Well, that's your problem. I like Jay. That's, again, a personal problem. She absolutely transforms it. People can get upset with me for saying that, but she does. How often and how long that is allowed, I don't know. I just find it funny that Britt is copy striking anyone, given all I've seen her do over the years she's been a creator. I have absolutely seen Britt play other creators' content in full on her own channel. Within the first 24 hours, another creator has uploaded it. Okay, I don't know where this fucking rule came from. There's no set rule that, oh my God, you can't play something for 24 hours. It's the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard. I think Justin from Clutch and Pearl, I think he came up with that. There's no rule stated anywhere. Just saying. And failing to drop links. Okay, I don't know what that whole link thing is about. I don't know currently or how often she drops links besides her PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and funds. Doing stuff like that takes away views from another creator. I don't know. The dark side. Playing Brit takes away any views from Brit. If anything, I tend to think it brings Brit more views time to time. People want to see the shit show and or chat and clip it elsewhere. And a lot of doing that, it seems like. Yes, you're correct. In my opinion, Brit based her own words, did the copyright strike falsely as she didn't like what was being said versus Jay stealing her content. Oh, you mean like Queen Bee does. Jay most certainly isn't paying her light bill off of Brit. Yeah, she is. Again, Brit has made her channel off the content of countless others. No, Jay has. And Brit knows drama sells. No, Jay does. They all do. So really show me Brit not benefiting just as much. If you think Brit is making the same amount of money that Clue and Jay and Queen Bee and Nonsense are all making off Britney, you're fucking stupid. Jay asked people to tell other creators and feel questionable if that's considered incitement. But really, does Brit herself not join in with the same type of incitement? Sorry, but Brit doesn't do herself any favors each and every time she responds to all the trolls in her chat or sharing other lives to show her dark side to her audience. What? I guarantee you that Britney did not copyright her stuff. You don't just say copyright. You have to register it. Crispy treat. What the fuck are you talking about? Correct. But this was recent headstones. She was sent B and Voices were on panel together. I could probably find a live. I'm sure it's still on her channel. Nina says, I don't see Jay's suggestion that subscribers inform creators of stolen content as falling under the definition of incitement. As you noted, the Oxford Dictionary defines incitement as the action of provoking unlawful behavior or urging someone to behave unlawfully. A clear example would be inciting someone to commit a crime such as murder, or on a smaller scale, urging false reporting. You're right, just like Queen Bee does. Marlena says, also, when a person perceived from the words of another is not the same as words actually said. That's very true. We can all perceive things differently for sure. Now you have Crispy Treat, the fucking retard. Sorry. If she would just focus on creating quality content instead of fixating on negative comments and the praise from fans, it would make a big difference. Can you say that exact same thing to Jay, Granny, Queen Bee, Clue? How come this only fucking applies to Britney? This is the point that drives me insane. And so many thousands of people think like Crispy Treat. Listen, fucking wake up. You can't be this fucking stupid. Say, why can't Jay make good content? Jay actually is a really good video editor. Why doesn't Jay make content? Why doesn't she teach Granny how to make content? What fucking content has Granny ever made? What fucking content has Queen Bee ever made? Please enlighten me. She needs to put down her cell phone and concentrate on well-researched material. In my view, she doesn't have the expertise to cover true crime. The way she adds pop music to her story shows a lack of depth and empathy. True crime requires considerable effort and dedication. I once ran a successful true crime channel, and I obtained permission from the families involved, and I'm still in touch with some of them today. First of all, why are you contacting the families? That's my point number one. Stop contacting fucking families. It takes a significant amount of time and research, something that none of them ever do, which is clearly missing from her approach. If she genuinely wanted to cover cases effectively, she should focus on that instead of talking about other creators and threatening to sue anyone who reviews her work. I believe it's best to ignore the negativity and concentrate on content creation. Again, why don't you say this to your friends? Hold on. Why don't you save this for your friends? All right, Amber, I see it. Where are we? if I were genuinely scared for my family, you wouldn't see me on this platform anymore. So how scared is she really? Oh, you mean like how Clue runs her mouth? Or how Queen Bee wasn't Queen Bee stating over and over and over how scared she was for her daughter because big badass Sinner was going to go beat up her daughter or stalk her daughter. She claimed she was so scared of Sinner. How come you didn't tell her to get off the platform? Clue's running around saying that she is scared for her daughter, her baby Clue, who's an adult, but she's just so scared for her. Where's that same energy? Just curious. Her claim that the attorney didn't take a retainer while also providing a receipt that indicates a retainer was paid is concerning. Unless you're paying, it's not your business. Furthermore, the fact that he was charging less than what she initially quoted raises eyebrows. But Queen Bee's lawsuit, which you haven't even heard shit from, doesn't raise eyebrows, right? The fact that her and Burnt Toast promised receipts doesn't raise eyebrows, right? Nah, that doesn't raise eyebrows. But Brittany raises an eyebrow. Her lack of transparency and honesty has been problematic as well. Oh, you mean like faking cancer? Or promising that you needed money for a hurricane and never left your house? You mean like that kind of bullshit? Yeah, you're right. When she insists she doesn't involve herself in real life issues while pursuing legal action against someone, that's about as real as it gets. Again, want me to play the clip where Granny said she was going to sue everybody, including a clip channel? Yeah, that's out there. Chronicles of the Shady has that one. She doesn't seem to understand the difference between someone defending themselves and someone who's actively pursuing a civil case against them. I think you have this twisted, girl, because Brittany is the one responding. No, not incitement, in my opinion. Well, your opinion is wrong. Definitely not incitement. She's desperately trying to find guilt in the people that she doesn't like. No, twist that around. Hopefully, Jay strikes back. Someone's telling BJ to strike folks. It will not fare well over her bullshit. As for Toasty, she knows what she's talking about. No. As for Toasty, Toasty doesn't have a fucking clue what she's talking about. Toasty is a hypocrite. Toasty is a fraud. And if you don't believe me, go back to her streams where she said she promised she was going to show the receipts immediately. She was going to not let Queen Bee not have transparency. It's been 3 years and not one motherfucking receipt has ever been shown. And Toasty is an avatar, just like Queen Bee. You don't even know who the fuck she is. Just saying. But we do know she's a fucking hypocrite. Deep, Dark, and Disturbing, great name, by the way, says, BJ often says, can someone show me BJ asked for, quote unquote, someone to show her, and many creators are showing her, but then she flips quickly, has an attitude, and tells them to get lost or we'll block them. Jay didn't implore anyone to strike. I know. She also didn't implore anyone to call CPS or the cops, but that happened, right? But she had no problem with it. She had no say in it. Jam says, according to TOS, you can have 3 consecutive streams going after the same person. This is where Jay and Misha, I don't know who Misha is, screw up. It is daily. Go into the drama community. They strike for the same reason, and it sucks. I do recall reading about that in TOS a year or more, back when that changed in TOS, yes. I know there are specifics to chat, too, like a specific kind of strike. What type of strike would that be? Or would the channel just eventually be hit with the reused content and come down once enough people complained? Is it 3 days in a row or 3 streams in a row? I haven't looked at TOS in a while, but I did hear rumblings of this. I think it's 3 streams in a row, but can't say for sure. Hypnotic. Well, we were told and reminded by a seasoned creator who recently lost their channel on another creator's live stream panel. If you see something, say something, especially if it infringes TOS. So who knows? Who do we listen to? Who do we trust? Who do we want to allow in our space? And why do we continue to watch the chaos, ensure, and become emotionally invested? Especially when we could be watching something else more worthwhile, entertaining, and educational. We feed the machine, and essentially they profit from our pleasure and pain. Awesome fucking comment. Marlene says, finally, some common sense, not much around. Oh, I'm sorry. Marlene says she does not encourage to strike. She encourages to alert the other creator, not ask that creator to strike. It could be perceived that way. Or it could be perceived as inciting, which doesn't have to mean specifically or directly asking, but more of a suggestion. All right, that's Marlene. Is that you? Now I'm a little lost. 6 Up Media. Finally, some common sense, not too much around here. Great video, TPE. Really, 6 Up? Don't you do the same thing to Ziggy? Just saying? Because it seems like you do. Oh, did they just Irish? All right, I'll check that out. Thank you. I see it in chat, another from Crispy, saying that there's no name on the copyright strike. Well, that's impossible. You would not be able to even turn in without a name. She's right about that. Jade did say, here's Amy Lynn. Jade did say for anyone Brittany has used their content to contact them and tell them she has used their content. So yes, she hasn't cited it, in my opinion. Sep Jay was being facetious. Jay is never facetious. Just saying. Whether that matters or not, I don't know. Send a counterstrike. I think that was theoretical, saying if you've seen her do what she's accusing, but didn't actually happen, counterstrike. So she can see that she's accusing isn't accurate. However, what she does is LOL. After that, I think she's rage baiting. Difference between Jay and BJ is Jay may have talked shit saying she's going to do it, but hella different than BJ contacting creators behind the scenes like we've seen her do. Come on, get the fuck out of here. All right, MO3 girls, who I didn't even know was fucking still around. Wasn't it Jay? And I agree with this comment 100%. Wasn't it Jay who did a privacy violation on BJ just for reading comments in her chat about Jay? Why, yes, it was. So Jay and others can dish it out, but when the tables turn, they can't handle it. How many of Jay peeps have struck channels just because they can, or they want to give someone a 7-day timeout? The double standards in this community is mind-blowing. 100%. So TPE says, oh, I hadn't heard that. I do remember her saying she was writing down timestamps to report misinformation. Get the fuck out of here with this misinformation shit. And it just goes on and on and on. Natalie says, these people have attacked Brittany for well over a year. They play Brittany's content while she's live. There is no fair use when it comes to stream sniping. We have seen QB do the same to multiple people, Sinner and Perplex, just to name a few. Also, there were recently 2 YouTubers that did go to copyright court, Mommy Ramblings and Hell to the No. People are very misinformed about the cost of suing in federal court. The entire case, both sides, was less than $6,000. It did go on for more than a year, though. Jay is absolutely trying to incite others to strike her. She is attempting to get people to go over to old content from however long ago and strike old videos. That's ridiculous. Burnt Toast is 100% wrong, in my opinion. Obviously, lately Burnt Toast has decided to take a side at all costs. She no longer shows receipts or does research about what she's talking about. She has lost all credibility, in my opinion. Same thing with nonsense. Could not agree more. Excellent comment, Natalie. Tragedy, I agree with some of what you're saying, but actually it could be fair use if you're reviewing someone who is live. So long as you're behind in their stream, which if you're pausing for fair use, you would be. So long as you're transformative or you're pausing for commentary, it falls under fair use. Yeah. Queen Bee struck me under fair use. Queen Bee struck Sinner under fair use. Just saying. But BJ shows proof of anything. It's not about BJ, Regina. So I said, amen. Preach, girl. Amy Lynn, Burnt Toast also a liar. 100% agree. Yes, it's okay for B to strike Sinner while reviewing a screen recording of her live stream. Nobody says a word. All right, so let me check that video. Because they want to warn everybody about the scammers. Hey, Narcos. So they want to warn everybody about the scammers. Okay, so let's warn people. You know, because they think Britney is just so bad. Hang on. Granny. Oh. Yes, Amy Lynn, that is my whole point. It's perfectly fine for some. Oh. Irish, what's the name of the video? Oh, I see Granny's used to. Oh, it's a community post. Oh. Where? Oh, I gotcha. Oh, it's on your page? Oh, I'm on their page. All right. Now, I don't want to really promote this channel because they got videos about me too. They got tons of videos on me. So First is Granny's watching, bragging about using the N-word. I have the original without the word covered if needed. The rest are text between Granny and Lycan. The lyrics will be picked apart. Lufa will be flipping. It has N in it. I don't care. It's a song, not a slur. Oh, were they? The two black people and BX weren't. So now I'm really going to go clip Nat A saying her best friend says N-word. Truth be told, I'm about to go live and say N-word repeatedly. Maybe I'll show in a few N-lets too. Is that the whole thing? All right. Here's more. Granny says herself she started a channel to take down Natasha Cooper, making threats to dox kids and exes of creators she didn't like and using all channel to put out the info. But she wonders why Brittany thinks she's behind channels. Only reason I mention BX is because you know damn well there will be a video on this. I disagree. My entire channel was built on Natasha Cooper not deserving a platform, to be honest. I do understand as well in the middle debating what I'll do. Dude, I'll contact her ex, her ex's ex. Let me find her daughter's social media too. I'll do it all. She wants attention. I'll fucking make her cry. I'll do it all on an alt channel and compare it to what she's done to me and others. Well, wish she could see my Cash Apps and Venmo too. I've gotten over $800 within hours. Okay. I'm raising $10,000 until 7/7 of 22 for Take Natasha Cooper Down. Can you help? But that's okay, right? That's perfectly okay. Let's give this girl who lives with her mom and dad thousands. Let's give her tons of money every day because she's such a victim. This is what I try to tell people. She is a fucking scammer and a lowlife behind the scenes. And she comes on here crying like a little fucking victim. And so many people fall for this bullshit. Um Granny set a large monthly goal when she set up a fundraiser for legal funds. How dare she? I am not asking $4,000 a month. It didn't show me an option to update the initial amount request, so I had to do it this way. I have no intentions of asking for anything further than this at all. Now, didn't they all come on Brittany for this? Didn't they all come on Brittany for this? I'm just curious. Didn't they say, oh my God, Brittany did this. Oh my God, Brittany did that. Oh my God, Brittany set a goal. But here, Granny is saying that the same thing happened to her. Funny how that works. I thought Brittany put out my medical records. Oh, that's right. It was Granny's Watching who shared her own medical records herself. Nobody else had to access medical records. Jessica Lynn sent her test form out all by herself. Once it's shared, it's public. That is true. Good night, headstones.
Black dark hearts, right, Joe? Black dark hearts. You guys have been with me for over 3 fucking years. All the people we've ever had internet arguments with, not one of them has ever had their real lives fucked with like this. Not one of them.
And you know what? I'll even call my local news. I'm going to call everybody until I'm done with you.
Oh,
Amen
goody.
to that. Good morning. I'm calling. I don't know if this is something you guys would be interested in helping with, or there's a local woman to you named Natasha Cooper. I don't know if you're familiar. A lot of people are. So she has a YouTube channel, and she's been kicked off of YouTube for an unbelievable amount of time. She keeps coming back. This woman uses her platform to have unbelievable fundraisers. She's scamming people, but most importantly, she's harassing a lot of people, including myself. Just last night, she put up my medical records and is calling my doctor's office trying to impersonate me for information. There's like an entire, a couple thousand people she has done this to, and it's never ending. And we're just at a point where altogether we're wondering, like, how can we get this to stop?
You guys see how many fundraisers this bitch has had? But she's the victim, right? Give me a fucking break. I'll rewind that a minute. This doesn't even include the cancer one.
This woman uses her platform to have unbelievable fundraisers. She's scamming people, but most importantly, she's harassing a lot of people, including myself. Just last night, she put up my medical records and is calling my doctor's office trying to impersonate me for information. There's like an entire, a couple thousand people she has done this to, and it's never ending. And we're just at a point where altogether we're wondering, like, how can we get this to stop, and how can we bring attention to it? Because unfortunately, even with all the cyberbullying, it's not something that's changing. It's not going away.
Right. Well, I mean, if she's publishing your private medical records, then I would think that'd be illegal.
I do as well. I have called her police. They have told me many times to. Well, first they say there's nothing they can do. They say to go through YouTube. We've gone through YouTube. She loses her channel. She creates a new one. Right now, I'm actually getting ready to go to my police as well as and calling hers about the medical records. But aside from that, there's just so many victims of hers, all of us out here, that we don't even know what to do anymore. She's exploiting families of true crime. She's already had it. I believe it's through your station where she ripped off another family who had a missing daughter, and she raised a bunch of funds for groceries. And I think your station actually interviewed her over it. But she's doing these things currently.
What's the name?
Natasha Cooper.
Natasha Cooper.
She was kicked out by an entire township down in Florida for her relentless harassment and raising funds for her family, the McKees, who lost their daughter 10 years ago. Or I believe it's longer now. But that's what the report was on that was done through your station.
This is where intelligence and an idiot cross. Because any intelligent person would never make this phone call. But a complete idiot would. This is where Jessica proves what a fucking idiot she is.
But I mean, there is an entire awareness against her on YouTube, and there's plenty of people she's done, but we just don't know how to stop her.
Right. If you would, could you put all the information that you have in an email and send it to our newsroom?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And just email it to news@wbd.com.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
All right, sounds good.
Yes, ma'am. You have a good day.
You as well, thank you. Take that, bitch. We got your attention.
Boom.
You're going down, Coots. You're going down. Like he just said, I would think that would be illegal. Yeah, I would too. But the problem is when you call her sheriffs and they're not doing anything because they don't want to deal with her. Okay. So everybody get to work. Whatever you have on Natasha Cooper, anybody who's been a victim of hers, let's go.
Can I just say that she called the wrong news place? And we don't have townships in Florida.
Right.
and the McKees don't live in Florida.
Was it not Alabama?
It was Alabama, and it was a county, and I didn't get thrown out of it.
And I'm pretty sure I know the county name. I won't say it in case no one.
I don't care.
Okay, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, it was Geneva, and I did not get thrown out of it.
That alone goes to show that she has
And she
no
also
idea.
lied and said that I impersonated her at her doctor's office. She legitimately just lied to the newspaper dude.
Yeah.
To the news guy.
And said that you showed her medical records.
Yeah.
For one, it didn't have her name on it.
I had my kids out there mowing the grass with scissors, and
Yeah.
I mean, we've been ready.
You're a victim of this call.
For the onslaught of news trucks, because you know the news are going to be all over this, and we keep waiting on them to show up, but they ain't here yet.
All right. Oh. I've played most of Chronicles videos. Oh. The video about me, because we had an argument in the chat. Yeah, there's little videos on me.
They are what they're doing, who they're with, which is very dangerous because you don't know who you're asking to do that.
You know, I find this to be cute, Nick. But guess what? What you think I implied doesn't count in a court of law. I have never once, ever once came out and said that Sebastian is the type to SA somebody. I have never said that. Let's get that understood right here, right now, buddy. You all are being overly dramatic. No, you're being overly dramatic. If she's seeking attention, I'll address it in a courtroom. Bring it on. That's simple enough. From what I understand, she implied that Sebastian might be the type to sexually assault someone. I implied that? Did I? Or did his fucking father? That's why you interrupted my stream the other day. Maybe we'll play it again.
And Granny, you know what? I know where that came from. I know who said you said Sebastian was a predator. Wonder who it was.
Yep.
Wonder who it was.
Find it. You'll have to find it, buddy. You'll have to find my words literally saying that. You have to find where I came out and I said that, and you won't find it. You won't find it. But I will again show you during the stream you came in to interrupt who did say that.
Granny, it is not what you said at all.
Or better yet, who did imply that. Let's put it that way. I will show you who implied that.
It's exactly what she said.
Says that's the word you want to use. Who implied that? And then we can show where it was really implied, and you can take it out with that person. But what you're not going to do is act like it was me, buddy. Too many of us seen it, heard it, know it. No way. You're not going to put that on me. I'll tell you that much.
Whenever
Anyway.
Seth said that if people found out about what happened to Sebastian, that or whatever happened, that people would stop looking for, that is whenever Seth put that on Sebastian himself.
Followed up by when he was asked by Pastor.
Regina is to Granny and Jay what Rowena is to Queen Bee. It all starts with the R. I can think of other words that fit them that start with an R, but I won't go there.
What were the behaviors? And his response was, it might get it removed from YouTube.
Yep.
So yeah, we're matter of fact here. We're here. You go, Nick, because I know you weren't around. You weren't around back then, so you're probably unaware of all this conversation.
I'm still diplomatic. You've been holding down. Sebastian was in a bad place, no matter where he turned, so on and so forth. And I just wanted to air some of that information and just kind of lay some of that to bed. What's up with that paperwork? Is any of it actually true? What
if any of that was true? California would not have given me joint legal and joint physical custody while I was homeless. The best thing they did was give legal and joint
would make Chris not comfortable having Sebastian near Faith.
Listen closely,
Can you
my
expand
friends.
a little bit on that?
What would make Chris not comfortable having Sebastian around Faith? You all listen closely and you tell me who did what.
These questionable details that would make Chris not comfortable having Sebastian near Faith. Can you expand a little bit on that?
I don't know if that violate YouTube or not.
Oh, what? Is that bad? It might violate YouTube? Anybody else hearing this? Is that bad? It might violate YouTube. Yikes. See you in a courtroom, Nick.
His wiener in
Wait, what? It might violate. Say it again. Let's hear it again so we can make clear who implied what.
Well, having Sebastian near Faith. Can you expand a little bit on that?
Expand, please. What?
I don't know if that violate YouTube or not.
No, Claudia, he didn't. We never heard of that.
When he pulls out his wiener in the men's bathroom and you're like, look, this is mine. What's yours look like? I mean,
that's his response to why he believes Chris would have an issue with Sebastian being around Faith. That is what Seth just said, right? That's his response. Okay, just making sure we know.
Seth doesn't know the rules of YouTube and what can be said. Note his use of words as he gave an example of something Sebastian did or said that Chris could have taken wrong. Nowhere did Seth imply Sebastian was mimicking SA onto others in that example.
I'm going to say it again. That is, Seth might actually believe that.
I don't care what he believes. It ain't me that said it. I don't give a fuck what he believes.
Oh, no, I know that it didn't come from you, Granny. I'm just saying Seth himself might believe that because it happened to Sebastian. But like I said before, that is not true.
Right. No. We get that. I'm just showing this in regards to what Nick is saying. Nick is saying he believes I implied. And I'm saying, don't you dare say that I implied shit because I played your own client's words where he implied it and goes on further to elaborate. That's
I've never heard you say that at all.
But yeah, can I just jump in here? Yeah, he said Nancy Grace, there was no CPS calls, none.
Right. So he's kind of
pertaining to Sebastian. He answers the way the question is given. The guy is intelligent. He doesn't beat around the bush. He's not playing into the games. He answers the question the way he's given. Now, not only that, but let's face it, if what Seth came out and told all of us was true, then it is Chris's responsibility to protect his daughter while protecting Sebastian, right? Now, Seth unfortunately brought this information out. Seth unfortunately told us that things had happened. And absolutely, I would not be angry at Chris for wanting to protect his daughter from that same type of trauma while also protecting Sebastian. I don't know why people act like that's that's common. It's normal.
He's cracking on what he had said, because I don't know if I told y'all the last time I was on here. I was like, I'm just posting their words.
Right, what they have said.
I'm not even making a post with an opinion in it. I'm just saying what they've said.
Are you saying what Seth has said?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
It does seem like there were some issues for Chris with Sebastian and his daughter being together.
But why? But why? Okay. Listen to me saying that her dogs are distracting while I have a distracting cat down the bottom. I have no business.
But this is someone that's good at true crime, right? Granny should be covering true crime, right? Yeah, okay.
Hey, Katie. So this is annoying because she put out the words where Seth says that Sebastian's head went into his hand. Was that placed out there?
Sebastian there's been no reports of Sebastian behaving inappropriately directly with his daughter.
No.
Of course not. Right. And
why would you even ask that then? Why wouldn't you ask the question that we all know? We all know without a doubt, because of Seth, that Sebastian was a victim and he started mimicking those behaviors onto others. That is how it was consumed through what Seth has stated. So why would you even know without a doubt, because of Seth, that Sebastian was a victim and he started mimicking those behaviors onto others. That is how it was consumed through what Seth has stated.
Wrong. That is how you might have consumed what Seth has stated. But people who listen and think with logic did not consume it that twisted way.
We all know without a doubt, because of Seth, that Sebastian was a victim and he started mimicking those behaviors onto others. That
I don't know. All the answers are there. Again, thank you, One Eye Fly. I just took a screenshot. The answers are there. People just don't like talking about it. So what can you do? You know what I mean? Either I talk about it, I get, accused of exploiting and
No,
or
we've talked about that on my channel. We've talked about all that.
well, then let's talk about it, because that's the truth of what was happening, Jay. It's exactly what it was. Sebastian was abused as a young boy, and in his own father's words, he didn't get the proper help. He started to mimic behaviors as he got older. He probably did something inappropriate. Started to mimic behaviors as he got older. He started to mimic behaviors as he got older. He probably did something inappropriate towards or with Faith that made Nina file that. That also led to the CPS call that we know took place in December, early February. We don't know what happened.
Please explain to me how Brittany's the problem here, and Brittany's true crime is so bad, and Brittany, burn toast. This is okay? Nonsense. This is okay? Make it make sense, people. This is why you're all fucking hypocrites. Brittany doesn't do this kind of shit, but Granny does, and y'all look right past it.
Or what it detailed, but we do know that was the big issue. And I wanted out, Chris being a father, to protect both Sebastian and Faith, wanted Sebastian to go.
Weren't they just discussing in, I think, TPE's video? I forgot which one it was. But weren't they discussing how false information? Doesn't Nunya sit up there and talk about, it would be better if she, respected the families of crime victims? Why isn't any of this going towards Jay? I'm sorry. Why isn't any of this going towards Granny and Jay? Nunya, why aren't you calling out Granny like this? Just curious.
Live with Seth. And Katie didn't, because that's her son. So Katie's like, well, no, I don't want to let go of my son. And Chris is like, well, you have to, because I need my daughter. So they're likely ready to split up.
So clearly there was discord. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead. Keep going. You think what? Keep going.
I think either Sebastian heard Katie and Chris fighting on the phone that night. If Chris saying you have to send him to his father, so he has to go, and Sebastian really didn't want to go, or something was done to take Sebastian out of the picture. He started to mimic behaviors as he got older. He probably started to mimic behaviors as he got older.
Details that would make Chris not comfortable having Sebastian near Faith. Can you expand a little bit on that?
I don't know if that violates YouTube or not.
Oh, what? Is that bad? It might violate YouTube? Anybody else hearing this? Is that bad? It might violate YouTube. Yikes. See you in a courtroom.
When he pulls out his wiener in.
Oh, wait, what? It might violate. Say it again. Let's hear it again so we can make clear who implied what.
Well, having Sebastian near Faith. Can you expand a little bit on that?
Expand, please.
I don't know if that violates YouTube or not.
No, Claudia, he didn't. We never heard of that.
When he pulls out his wiener in the men's bathroom and they're like, look, this is mine. What's yours look like? I mean,
that's his response to why he believes Chris would have an issue with Sebastian being around Faith. That is what Seth just said, right? That's his response. Okay, just making sure we know.
Yes, that is what Seth said. So how the fuck did you twist it to mean the child mimicked essay onto others meaning more than one?
I'm just showing this in regards to what Nick is saying. Nick is saying he believes I implied, and I'm saying don't you dare say that I implied shit, because I played your own client's words where he implied it and goes on further to elaborate.
I've never heard you say that at all.
Seth put that in the universe, not me. Hey, Johnson, not me. If we need to play a little more, because I know Nick doesn't like it, right?
Right.
So not only do we know that Seth came out and said that Sebastian wasn't getting proper therapy, he came out and said that allegedly Chris messaged Robin and said your grandson is a P word. So it actually all came
from Seth Rogers. So you're going to have to try again, Mr. Nick, because you can't get me on that one. And you can't say, if you think
Because in Granny's uneducated brain, it makes sense to her. And for that, I feel very sorry for her. So the last thing I'm going to play, Amber found the clip. Hang on. Oh, okay. That's where it was. Good point. Hold on. Jones in, don't strike me. So everybody wants you to warn everybody when it comes to false strikers, and everybody wants, there to be awareness when it comes to false striking. Okay. Well, let's make people aware then. Okay?
Hello. Welcome to Jonesin. I'm just a part of the opinion community, and I like to come on here and share my opinion. Sometimes I like to do it live, sometimes I like to do it by video. Video's a lot easier, especially when I'm busy. So, anyways, we are back with another segment of Say It With Me.
The audacity.
Okay, so I was told about this situation that happened on Coinbee's channel, and I just wanted to come here and talk with you guys about it, give my opinion, and see what you guys think. I do have some more opinion videos coming up with Clue, but they're taking longer than I thought because I got a lot of opinions on that bitch. This one is just here and there, Anyways, so as you see, I scrolled through the live stream to get to the timestamp. You got them reviewing Brittany J, one of her not older streams, but not her current stream. It was like the stream from the night before or something, whatever. Okay, so they review this, right? 2 hours in, they're still, well, hold on, let me go back. I don't want to say that if they wasn't. So they reviewed it for about 150 to 3:15. So an hour and a half, let's just say that. And then they have some conversations. Okay. And then here we go. Listen to this.
we have a live stream that says, this can't be real.
Okay. So they just finished reviewing a different live stream from a different day of Brittany J's. Now she's done refreshed her Brittany J page, and it says Brittany J has a live stream coming up. Okay.
Oh, really? This can't be real, huh? This can't be fucking real. Really. We love you, Brett. This can't be real. Are you fucking kidding me? Well, guess what we're going to be doing? We're going to shut this down and go to the Hive sidebar, and we're going to fucking be nosy as fucking stream her. That's what we're going to fucking do.
Spoiler alert, they actually stay here and do it. They do not go to the sidebar to do it in this moment.
Shit, I was sure going to skedaddle over there. You can stay right here, though, if you want to. Whatever works. You see this live stream?
Girl, I ain't got nothing going on.
This can't be real, is what it says. This can't be real. Some people are in such utter darkness that they will that they will burn you just to see a light. Try not to take it personal. That's her fucking avatar, her thumbnail.
So they're going to sit here and wait for this live stream to start, for Brittany J to start her current live stream so that they can stream snipe it.
And her title to her live says, this can't be real. What? So who do you think she's talking about? This can't be real.
Girl, I don't know.
Which now we're 30 seconds out.
Well, you better not
just missed that the mods got dropped.
You heard that?
Well, we're going to drop.
Did y'all hear that? It was real quiet, and I've got it sped up a little. Let me rewind it. Listen real close to voices.
If you don't totally understand what's going on, they're waiting with bated breath for Brittany to go live again so they can stream snipe her yet again.
30 seconds out.
Well, you better not
just missed that the mods got dropped.
Well, you better not do it from here. Now, that's a real friend trying to watch out. That's what's up.
Well, we're going to drop some more mods over on the Hive sidebar. We're going to go through this fucking chat and put some of these fucking messages out. So the ones that are already either out or people know about, or it's not a secret, you know what I mean? Got a secret, can you keep it? Fuck no. Nope, cannot.
I mean, I think you can keep secrets until DMs hit, but what else? I digress.
It's supposed to be like 90 minutes ago. It's supposed to start. Well, damn, get your ass started.
Yeah, Brittany J. God damn, what you doing? Get that live stream started. They need the content, baby.
Hey, my phone's it's like going dead. Can you want to play it through yours? Or do you have an extra device to play it? If not, I'll plug mine in and play it.
Nope, I got it. And I'm at 48%, so we're good to go.
Okay, if not, I'll switch over to the Hive sidebar. And then... Oh, well, fuck it. Here we go.
So Voices agree. She's like, fuck yeah, I'll play it. So she's playing it now. They don't have Brittany J on the screen. They are stream sniping her and just playing the voice. I've heard that somebody said you cannot strike voices, but not voices the person, but like as your specific voice, you absolutely can, because I've done it.
No, I just wanted to make sure it was going to play. I hit the button and it went. So, yep, I got it all.
You can hear the music behind it.
Transition over.
We got music playing. Can
Also, that's another false narrative. The music doesn't matter.
you hear it?
We got music playing. Yep.
All right, cool. All right, we're good then, baby. Roll it.
Let's go.
Roll it. All right, here we go. Yeah, I've got to get some Benadryl. Oh my God.
So they spend the next, let's see, 4:13. Eventually at 5, so 4:13 to 5:13. So an hour and a half later, she puts up a fair use disclaimer. Almost 2.5 hours, y'all have sat here stream sniping that bitch's live stream. Eventually, Brittany J shuts down the live stream. Queen refreshes her page, her Brittany J page, her Stan account, you could say. Sees that Brittany J has another live stream scheduled. Y'all know Brittany J be doing more than, she be doing several live streams a night. I don't know. I don't understand it, but whatever. Now I want to show y'all this. Look. 30 minutes later, they're still waiting on another live that Brittany J has set up.
Did this monkey butt start her other stream or what?
See, sitting here for 30 more minutes waiting for the next stream. This shit is desperate. Desperate. Y'all got nothing to talk about other than Brittany J. But that's not what I'm trying to show you. Watch.
Not yet, but apparently Perplex is streaming us.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Perplex is streaming them. So if Perplex wouldn't have took that damn live stream down, I could have went and showed y'all. She was doing to Queen B exactly what Queen B was doing to Brittany J. She was stream sniping the current live, but she didn't have Queen B on the screen. She had the sound playing, the voices, them talking. So she was stream sniping the exact same way Queen B has just finished stream sniping Brittany J and is now waiting on the next live to do the same thing, right? You got to get it while the iron's hot. Like, if you ain't first, you last. Isn't that what Nunya says, Ricky Bobby? If you ain't first, you last. Like, so she's sitting here waiting to stream snipe again. And Voices comes and tells her Laura was streaming them.
Not yet, but apparently Perplex is streaming us.
Oh, okay. Well, it's fine. She can take a 7-day sit down too. Does she want to take a 7-day timeout?
Say it with me.
The audacity.
Are you kidding? You just stream sniped Brittany J's current live that she was doing for 2.5 hours. And Laura, you just found out Laura was doing the same fucking thing to you the exact same fucking way. And you had
the audacity
to threaten to strike this hoe? Shit. Laura, put that fucking live back up.
You need a timeout? Tentacle toes? UCPS? Calling ass hoe?
Do you need a timeout? Do you? You job calling hoe?
Does she want to take a 7-day timeout? You need a timeout? Tentacle toes? UCPS calling ass hoe? You little funky bitch.
You little, what's that you've got stuck on your brain lately? You big back burly ass bitch. Whatever. You loser.
Oh no, I'm a puffin. That's awful.
Take booty, bitch. Listen here.
Okay, that's it. Stank booty, bitch. Listen, I just had to bring this to y'all to see what y'all thought.
So burnt toast. Your girl over there threatens to strike for doing the exact same thing that she does. Hypocrisy much? Where's the outrage, TPE? I'm just curious. There should be outrage. I mean, you're talking about Brittany doing it, but it's okay for Queen B. This is my whole point of the live. Thank you so much, Amber, for showing it, and Jonesin, I thank you for clipping it. But this was my entire fucking point. Where's the outrage? Queen B can't handle someone talking shit on her. Queen B can't handle someone fucking doing a live about her. Queen B can't handle someone doing to her the exact same thing she does to Brittany. You know what I say to that? Sit your fucking fat ass down, bitch. Look who's in timeout. Look who got their 7-day timeout. That's called fucking karma. That's karma from what you've done to me. It's karma from what you've done to Sinner, and it's karma because you are the next to Clue, you are the most insecure fucking heifer I have ever seen. You can't handle anybody doing to you what you've done to others. And as far as toes go, bitch, your toes look like a fucking dinosaur. I wouldn't talk about toes. CPS calling hoe, bitch, please. Fucking please. Come out with some a little more fucking original, bitch. Then you might impress me. Yeah, I wish you a lot more Rumble vacations. I agree with that. But I was just like, wow, what a fucking douchebag. So yeah. So Queen Burnt Toast, where's the outrage? TPE, where's the outrage? How come nobody has outrage over that? Oh wait, because it's me? Kind of like how you don't have outrage because it's Brittany? Gotcha. I gotcha. I see how it is. So on that note, I am going to get off. I've been on 2.5 hours. I did not plan on going on that long, but here we are. The website, I promise, is being done this week. I don't have any more festivals coming up till October, and I got to get the website in order. So that is happening this week. We're going to do a heavy push on items this week as soon as I get the website done. I don't feel right pushing stuff without the website being done. So it will get done today, tomorrow. It's what I plan on working on all week. Obviously, I still work Monday through Wednesday, but we'll figure it out. And I have all day and night to do it. But I will see you guys tomorrow night. I also promise I'll be going live again every day. I just took a break because I had so many shows going on and Sage's shower, and you guys know how it is. Life, gets important. So, but I promise you guys, I will go live every day. The Menendez brothers cannot believe they got denied. Actually, I can believe they got denied. But just on that note, let me just say something. So they got denied for like the most fucked up reasons I ever heard. It goes back to my example about cheating. Would people cheat if they know they can never get caught? Fuck yeah, they would. And like, I forgot the exact number, but like over 60 or 70% said they would if they knew they could never get caught. If you know you're in jail for life and you're not getting out, who fucking cares if you break a rule? Why wouldn't you break a rule? You're never leaving there. So if you get caught with a cell phone or whatever, and the fact that the parole board did not think of that, of course, there was no reason for them not to break a rule. They were in there for life regardless. What was going to happen to them if they get caught with a cell phone or broke a rule? I don't blame them. If they had a chance of getting out, I think that would be a different story. But as far as they knew when they broke these rules, they never had a fucking chance. So who cares? And I think it's fucked up that the parole board went on that. And that's just wrong. Absolutely wrong. And the reason why they kept him in there for another 3 years, they say possibly they can get out in a year, but I think it's bullshit. They should have been fucking released. But even with never being able to get out, they were lifers, and they still did more for the prisons than most. And they've served their time. Let them the fuck out. So on that note, I love you guys. Thank you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And that's it. New month coming up soon. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace. And don't be a hypocrite.